What's going on today, guys? This is Code Freak coming to you from One Up Definitive Studios. Yes, the studio's still here, surprisingly. The tornadoes didn't get us back a couple weeks ago, and we're still living here because it is Texas, and Texas weather likes to try to kill us every once in a while. Just wanted to bring you episode 2 of my video blog. Couple little quick notes from last week. I want to say a huge thank you so much. We had over 1,000 views from last week's video. If you hadn't had a chance to look at it, there will be a link down in the comment sections below to go check that one back out. Definitely something that I would love for you guys to give me, again, any feedback, criticisms. I love being able to hear all that. But definitely check it out, see what all the people are raving about, at least 1,000 of them. Thank you, guys. If you can, one of the biggest things I can say is like, share, subscribe. That helps us be able to do even more great stuff here at One Up Definitive Studios. So please, if you do like this video, go ahead and click like, subscribe. That way you can get updates every week as we do multiple videos now. It's one of the cool little things we've gotten to do. We're actually growing as a studio. So want to just say like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us, get the word out there. It is amazing what we're doing here, and I can't wait to see what we do for the rest of the 2016. I just want to say I promise to do my best to sit there and make it a great year for you guys, bring you guys hopefully some high quality entertainment, and to be able to sit there and share some personal insights and things like that. So please, please, please. Now, I know some of you were asking me, why am I even in this chair right now? It's because I started my own personal blog about 1.5 years ago. I've reached over 27 different countries, and 5,000 blog views. So it's one of those, we sat there and we were able to have 5,000 people read my blog last year, about 1.5 years now, and it was just truly incredible what we've done in the past year. So this is kind of why I wanted to do a video one. I've been talking about it on my actual blog, mystuffedlittletherapy.com. If you can check that out in the links below as well in the comment section. Check it out. Again, you can follow me there. Follow me on Twitter even, at Stuff Therapy. That's a really easy one for you as well. Just get the word out there and share, because I want to sit there and hop on the support and say thank you, and please just get the word out and share for me. So this week, I kind of wanted to touch on some topics. It's been a really rough week for a lot of people, as we've had a lot of celebrity deaths. It's one of those that it really... it's a sign of you getting older, and it really sucks, especially seeing some of these childhood heroes, actors, musicians who sit there, come along, and they've passed away now, and that's really, really tough. I know some people have had issues with, going, man, 2016's already ruined, and I really wanted to focus on, hey, remembering those who are lost, just calling out some of those names. We had Glenn Frey from the Eagles, who just passed away, I believe it was yesterday, and that was just... for me, that was one of my dad's biggest bands, is the Eagles, man. And him being a founding member of the Eagles, it was one of those, it touched me a little personally. We also had David Bowie, of course, earlier this year, Alan Rickman, who, again, Professor Snape, always. That phrase will always be there with us. It's kind of crazy how that will stick in our minds. We had Celine Dion's husband, who was her manager and producer. His name was Renee, and he... again, in his little segment, was a pretty big deal in that music section. We had Natalie Cole, who was Nat King Cole's daughter, who I'm a fan of some of the a little bit of jazzier music and things like that. That one kind of touched me. We had Lemmy, of course, late last year. I'm still counting him as a 2016 death, just because it just started this whole trail of just, the year of 2016 being written by George R.R. Martin. I tell you what, it's been a very rough year. And of course, Dan Haggerty, who was Grizzly Adams, which I know may be a little dated for some of you out there, but go look up Grizzly Adams. You'll know exactly who he is. He's that guy in that GIF going, and he's got the big manly beard and all that kind of stuff. That's Grizzly Adams. It was one of those that, older actor who I enjoyed back in the day. So it just got me kind of thinking for this past week, actually this past several weeks, just what do you do? What have you done to hold those close to you? Something that kind of touched on all this while all these things were going on. I was doing a nice little Netflix binge on How I Met Your Mother, and they got to the episode where Marshall died, or Marshall's dad died. I'm sorry. And he sat there, and just him having to go through that and the emotions is very well portrayed by the actors. And it just got me thinking, with all this going on, when was the last time you called anybody who, close to you? I know I just called my mom yesterday. I hadn't talked to her in a while. And again, having this come through to me and hit a little close to home to me, I just had to reach out and give her a call, because I was like, I haven't really talked to her in about a month since Christmas. It's that time. We're not a whole lot going on until about, Valentine's Day. But, we're in a good time right now. Take some time. You're starting a new year. Start the new year out right if you can. Call maybe some people you haven't talked to in a while and, say, hey, I love you. I mean, that's 3 little simple words that can sit there and really heal a lot of relationships. And just saying, hey, I love you, and having that to be the last thing you said, I mean, it's one of those, it really was, in my mind, just crucial for me to start calling people up and saying, hey, miss you, love you, hope you're doing well, and everything like that. When was the last time you actually, called somebody up maybe you didn't get along with, close friend, and supported them in something they were doing that you maybe haven't, or they haven't heard you say that support? Hearing a voice from somebody who is just calling kind of out of the blue, go, hey, I was thinking about you, and I want to say, what you're doing here, that new job that you're starting, I want to let you know you're going to do awesome at it. I'm supporting you in it, that type of thing. It's just something I think really critical at this time of year. It's, dreary, wintry months, so cheer somebody else up, and I guarantee you're going to be cheered up as well. And it's kind of reciprocal in that way. It's kind of funny. Speaking of supporting, those you love and everything, there's a cool little video that I found that was linked to me by producer Toa. He sat there and he's waving off screen. It's absolutely hilarious. Pat Oswalt was on Conan here recently, and he was talking about his daughter, and I perked up because I was like, oh, hey, look, I have 2 daughters myself, both ages 8 and 6, so I'm always curious seeing how, actors and famous people sit there and treat their kids, because I can go, hey, I treat you a lot better. I mean, yeah, never. And he was on there, and he was talking about his love for Star Wars. He's a huge Star Wars geek, and with all the movie and all the basically barrage of just Star Wars media coming out right now, he was talking about getting his daughter involved into Star Wars and everything. And he was not trying to, browbeat her into going, you're going to like Star Wars. It was more of a, he wanted to take it gentle and be supportive. And she came out, and she was just kind of like, meh, I'm okay. I didn't really, he showed her the first A New Hope, Star Wars 4, and she just didn't, it wasn't her thing. And he was like, I was okay with that. Instead, she had another pastime, and as you can probably guess, it was My Little Pony. And that kind of got me perked up a little bit as well. It was kind of a cool little video to watch, because he started going in, he's trying to describe to Conan, he's like, I'm not really into the show, but, and he starts going into all the characters, and he's like, it's in Canterlot, and you have these, characters' names, Fluttershy and Lightning Dash, and it was so funny. I saw Conan, he almost, he was at the edge of his chair because he was getting excited that somebody was kind of talking about ponies for whatever reason, and when he said Lightning Dash, you could see Conan, and he starts to correct him, and he's like, no, it's and he's like, oh, it's Rainbow Dash, it's Rainbow Dash. And I could see Conan wanting to try to sit there and correct him. So I'm kind of wondering if Conan's been more into the My Little Pony community than maybe we even know. So something to keep a look forward to in the future. I thought it was really hilarious seeing him just kind of go through all that, and it was a really good interview. Check it out if you haven't. It'll be on Conan O'Brien's little YouTube channel that he does with his little tidbits from his show, and so just check it out. It was a lot of fun. Enjoy those little videos. Also, I wanted to take a little bit of time and answer some questions, because the last video, a lot of people were asking questions about who I am, what I do, and everything. I've tried to give a little bit of background from that. And one person in particular is like, what are you all about? What's the deal? Why are you here? Why should I watch this video? And it's pretty simple for me. I'm here to for a couple different reasons. I like to inspire people. I try to sit there and bring out the best in people, be that smiling face that people see. I worked customer service for many years. I was even a manager at retail stores even, and sat there, and customer service was my life. I had to do that. I had to be nice. So in having to be nice, seeing someone's day change just because I gave them a smile, I said thank you, and then knowing that from working retail, going into a retail establishment and going and looking at the cashier and going, hey, thank you. How's your day going? And just breaking up the monotony of just swipe my card, just give me, I want to get out of here, and just try to break up the monotony a little bit and help somebody out. I just love being that smiling face as much as I possibly can. Another thing that, kind of helps, make me stand out with all that and the smiling face is the hat. Yes, absolutely. These ears are memorable for a lot of different people. Whether you love them or hate them, I know some people who hate them. I know who you are as far as close friends, and we've talked about it before, but it's okay. You still love me. The ears are just kind of there to help pick me out of a crowd. I actually started a trend like this way back in the day when I was 15, and I had a little rubber dog nose I wore to Walmart one time. And I did it just kind of like a clown would with a rubber clown nose. So just a little rubber dog nose, and just acted normal, walked around Walmart with my mom. I was 15 at the time. I'm in Southwest Georgia. Not a particularly good place to be wearing a odd object like that on your nose, but I did it anyway. And the reason why I did it was just I wanted to make some people laugh. Just see what, having that whole little clown mentality of just I want to make a child laugh and everything. And seeing people's, eyes and their reactions was incredible to me, especially at a younger age like that, because I got to see people open up and just be like, well, that's not something you see every day, and having people just look at me and just burst out laughing. Had other people, their kids would come up and just start smiling and giggling at me, and then the parents would come over and go, oh, hush, hush, don't look at him, he's crazy. And I'm just like, I'm wearing a nose. That's all it is to be able to make people laugh. It's not something you usually see every day, and I like being able to sit there and stand out a little bit and be like, hey, it's okay, you can laugh. This is what this is for. If you want to laugh at them, laugh at them. If you want to sit there and say, hey, they're really not soft and fuzzy, can I feel it? And yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things I have no problem. It's part of who I am, of just being able to go out and be that memorable person that people are going to be like, you know what? I saw a guy wearing these really fuzzy ears today. It was kind of, Ellen, did you kind of see that today? And that whole mentality, I like starting that conversation piece. I have a lot of people who I've done that with, and going to a dinner party, trust me, with some more elegant people and wearing cat ears that move, the Nico Mimi cat ears, started a huge conversation piece, and we're all around a very nice dinner at a very nice place with some pretty predominant people, and I'm wearing movable cat ears that reacts, and of course they get passed around the table. People start wearing them. Our host, who is a big steak lover, put them on, then took a bite of steak, and they start wiggling like he's happy and everything, and it just got everyone laughing and brought everyone together. And so it's just little conversation pieces like that I like to bring to the table to just kind of go, hey, it's okay, have fun, have a laugh, taking that moment out of the day just to go, you know what, even though this day may be crappy, it may be a great, best day ever. But just to take another moment and just go, you know what? That guy was wearing ears. It's okay. Laugh. Have fun. That's what they're there about. As far as inspiring people, I actually had one of our viewers, Vicky. I'll actually call her out. She's actually pretty predominant in the One Up area. She watches our other podcasts that we do every week as well. She actually was inspired, she said, by me of what I'm doing through my written blog and of course this video blog as well, to go and write one of her own stories. And she told a very, very heart-wrenching story that just I was in awe of how well it was written. I mean, Vicky, you did a fantastic job. It truly was one that touched me, because it was just one that I'm not gonna lie, I teared up a little bit through it, and it's the story of her and her mom and a fight that they went through, and then her daughter bringing it all back around, and it all involved a little plush Snoopy doll. And if you've read my blog before, you know how much I love the plushies. Again, my whole tagline is hug a pony, just because it's one of those hug a plushie. It's just taking a moment to be able to collect yourself during the day. It's something there to help you through your day. Again, it's a depression fighter for me, and evidently for quite a few other people. I've started a little following behind that hashtag Hug a Pony, and so definitely want to give her a shout out for that, because again, thank you for calling me out and saying I inspired you. That touches me. That makes me feel weird because I'm just like, I didn't think I inspired a lot of people, but I had a lot of people this week tell me, no, you did. And I want to say thank you for that. Her link to her story will be in the comments below as well. Check it out. Show her support. Follow her on WordPress.com as well, because she may be starting to do more. So show that you actually want to read her story as well. And another thing that I do, what I want to try to do here is showing compassion, helping others. I mean, obviously that's why I'm here. I want to sit there and be able to show what I can do as far as, you know, having those little quiet moments in the day. That's kind of what this whole setting is, this 15, 20 minutes that I can sit there and spend with you during a week. It's one day a week that I can sit there and have a chance to, you clicked on my video, you're watching it, hopefully you're still watching it, and here, let's be honest, you're still here. It's just taking a moment, kind of self-collect, have a little laugh, see a couple little news updates, and just some of the things going on in my life. That's kind of what a blog is. It's kind of like a diary, but only everyone can read it. And it makes it a little bit different for people because you have to open up and you have to be able to talk about yourself. And that's really, really hard. I'm actually been tagged as an introvert by many different personality tests. And I'm going to do actually probably next week's shows. I'm going to go in a little bit more in detail about that. So this is something that I'm using to kind of break myself out of that. Not that introverted is bad, but just more give a little bit more insight, a little bit more feedback of my life and what I do to kind of get through my day and everything like that. Quiet times, different things like that. Something my wife and I started this week as well. Started taking a one day out of the week where we're going to have a quiet time just to spend time together. Just us, not like on a date, no pressure or anything like that, but just quiet time for us to kind of get together and have a moment, do a devotional, something like that, where we can sit there and be inspired for the rest of the week. That's kind of what I want to start here as well. Paying it forward, I want to sit there, and I've had a lot of people ask me to kind of do this as well, because, you know, people love the stories evidently I've been writing about and everything for the past year and a half on my blog, and I personally love those stories of people paying it forward. I've had so many people help me out over the years, just being there, helping me out either financially or with support. Just the one person who comes up and, you know, says, hey, I heard you're having a bad day, I just want to give you a hug real quick, you know, just to let you know everything's going to be okay. I kind of want to give that back to that. And while I can't reach out to the internet and give everybody else a hug on there, this is as close as I can get. So until I can get out there and meet each and every one of you, hopefully one day, I'd love to sit there and be able to just give you guys some support and, you know, help you guys out. And kind of falls into just giving my story. That's kind of another reason. I want to tell my story. I've got a couple different unique aspects about me that makes me a little different. Ponies being one, furry ears for another. I try to be a little bit of a unique individual in a world where conformity seems to be kind of the norm. You don't like this? Well, then you're just weird. Well, being weird can be okay sometimes. It's okay to be a little weird, a little bit different. I mean, personally, I think that's the best part of anybody, is seeing how much different people are. And so it's one of those, I like being a little different, like being a little weird. And that's why, again, I'll be having a couple stuffed animals here join me on the show. So anyway, that's this week, guys. I appreciate you guys listening in. Once again, share this video anywhere. Social media, go ahead and share it to the worlds and everything like that. Make sure to subscribe to One Up Definitive Studios. That way you can get all the video updates showing that we have different ones coming up. Definitely, again, if you know somebody, especially, this is the big one for me. I've seen a lot of people do the tag somebody who has depression or anything like that, or someone who needs to pick me up. Definitely do that. I mean, I hope to be an inspiration to a couple other people and just, again, hopefully help somebody's day and go, hey, it's going to be all right. Just know it's going to be all right. You're going to have a good day. And you know what? Let's make 2016 a good year. I know it started out really rough, but let's try to make it a much better year than what it started out with. So with that, guys, I'm wrapping up here. Code Freak in One Up Definitive Studios saying, hug a pony, my friends.